Device Settings Overview. In the Device Settings menu, you'll learn how to manage and view important information related to your motor. To continue, you can select any device you have full access to. The Settings tab is located just below the Wi-Fi pedestrian and main trigger buttons. Alternatively, you can access the settings by tapping the gear icon next to the device name at the top. In the Settings menu, you have the option to change your device's name. Simply tap on the device name, edit it, and save the changes. Next, we have the Wi-Fi settings. If your device was not connected to Wi-Fi during setup, you can configure it here. Additionally, you can toggle push notifications on or off. If notifications are enabled and the power source and battery power warning are on, you'll receive a notification when the external power is interrupted or restored and the battery power warning from your last run. You'll find detailed device information, including the serial number of the PC board and the motor type, in this case, a 24-volt motor. You can also see the PC board firmware version and just below, the latest available firmware version. It's important to stay updated with the latest firmware to ensure optimal performance. If an update is available, you'll see an option to update firmware. In this example, you'll notice the current firmware version is older than the latest one available. To proceed with the update, simply tap Update Firmware. You will receive a critical notice that, after the update, the motor will need to relearn its limits. Ensure the gate is safe to operate and that stoppers are correctly fitted before continuing. The firmware update should take approximately 1 minute, after which you'll see a green confirmation at the top of the screen indicating the update was successful. Once the update is complete, scroll down and select Save. You will notice that the firmware versions are now synchronized. Additionally, you can view the GEM firmware version, which corresponds to the smart device connected to your PC board. If beams are installed, ensure that you toggle the respective button to activate the status as on within the device menu. Next, we will review the current motor settings. While these settings cannot be modified through the app, they can be adjusted manually on the PC board. Auto close enables the gate to close automatically after a user-defined period of time. Motor direction allows you to set the gate to move either left or right, depending on the side of the installation. The IR beam follower can be activated so that the gate closes immediately after you pass through. Please note that beams must be installed for this feature to function. The townhouse mode prevents any additional triggers from being received once the motor is activated, until the gate has fully opened and completed the auto-close time duration. This feature ensures that the motor is not interrupted while in operation, providing a safeguard when there are multiple remotes, push buttons, or users who might attempt to activate the gate simultaneously. A positive stop to ensure the gate closes fully. This is especially important if you have a tight gate catch or an electric fence gate contact with slight resistance. Button display settings. These are supplementary action buttons that can be enabled or disabled on your device. The light button controls a relay on your PC board, which can be used to connect a courtesy light. The holiday lock feature allows you to secure your gate when you're away, preventing any triggers, including the push button on the PC board or a remote. Lastly, the stay open button can be used to keep the gate open when auto close is activated. The gate will remain open until the button is no longer engaged. Here you will see the effect of deactivating all the buttons. You can also reset the PC board from the settings menu by simply tapping the reset button. Please note that resetting the PC board will require you to relearn the motor's limits before normal gate operation can resume. At the bottom of the menu, you will find the tenant access settings. This section allows you to configure access permissions for tenants. You can adjust the duration of gate access granted by a tenant to other users, as well as limit the number of users a tenant can invite. In this example, the tenant can invite up to 5 users, and each user will have access to the gate for 1 hour. Once you have finished adjusting the settings, simply tap the Save button and all changes will be applied. For users without ownership or full access to the device, viewing or editing these settings will be restricted. You will only have the ability to change the device's name. This concludes the device settings section. Thank you for watching.